How you do? Welcome to this tutorial. What we're going to be looking at today is the Redrum drum computer. Basically, we're going to be using it to do our drums, especially at this level. So, to get a drum computer in, you can right click there, or you can just simply go to the top, create, and then Redrum drum computer just there. Yeah? So click that. What we're going to be looking at is we're going to be using the master level, which is here. This is the overall gain. We're going to be using the run button. We're going to be using the different pads. These are different patterns, so for every pattern that we do, we've got different banks of patterns. So if you wanted to switch it up throughout your track, and again we've got another bank. Yeah, so we've got 8 banks in A, B, C, D. So each A, B, C, D has 8 banks. So there's quite a lot of space for us to program quite a lot of drum loops. Today though, we're just going to be looking at the simple stuff in regards to auditioning, saving patches. We're going to be looking at the dynamics of it. Yeah, so let's get cracking. So as you can see, you know these buttons here. So that's mute and solo. We can audition the drum just by clicking this. Yeah, and SD means snare drum. SD, snare drum. That's more of a rim shot. Egg, I don't know what egg is. Egg's a shaker of some sort. TM, TM, TM. I'm presuming there are tom drums. Yeah, which are alright. We've got hi-hat closed. We've got hi-hat open. And then we've got our ride. Okay. So what we're going to be looking at now, I'm going to open a different, in fact I'm going to initialize first so you can open your own patches. So if you, on this area here that says Redrum, if you right click, and then you're going to go to initialize patch, which is here. Once you've clicked that, you see that all the names have disappeared from the top. So what we need to do, we need to load our own samples into there. So we can do this just simply by clicking on the folder, browse sample, go onto your Reasons Factory, go to your Redrum drum kits, which is here, then go to exclusive drums side. So we want a bass drum. And depending on the different music you're making, there's loads of different ones you could use. I'm going to actually just go with the abstract one. Same again, what we do though on the second one, so if you just see what I did then, I just clicked on there, I want a snare drum, so you might have to go back to exclusive side drums, snare. That's alright, all plastic. I'm going to load my own, maybe a clap. Yeah, we'll have a clap in there. That's not good. This is definitely. That'll be alright. We'll go with that one. Open browser. We're going to go into Reasons drum kits. Back to exclusive. I want some hi-hats. So, see how fat boy is. I love that one. What do I want now? Kinda want. See again, it's up to you which you choose, which you prefer. I don't know. In fact, I might just leave that one for. Open hi-hat, actually. I do want an open hi-hat. Go with that one. Where would it be put in my... There we go. Nice little ride for us. A cymbal crash. You could go on for ages choosing your cymbals and your rides and whatnot. I'm just trying to get each bit of the drum kit up here, and then I'm going to have three toms. 3 toms. So open my tom. Just want basic toms, guys. Just want basic toms. Rightio. So you see how it says tom on there, so I'm going to have that one in the first bit. I'm going to have this one in the second bit, so we've got a medium one. I'm going to go low. Get the low one. Yeah. So I've got all my elements in there now. You can test them by pressing play. Yeah, so all a little bit loud. Some have got some, I think. See here, I'm going to take the, because we've got, can you hear the noise? So I'm going to take the length of that down. Yeah, that's a lot better. If you just play it again like that. You hear all that noise there? I'm just going to go boom. Coolio. I'm going to start programming. So in order to program anything on these pads, you need to have the channel selected. So always start with your kick. So I've got my kick. I'm just going to run. This is at 120. I'm a hip hop guy. So I've got 98. So all I'm doing now is switching between the two. So on your kicks, you have a kick on the 1 and 11, typically in hip hop. If you was doing any sort of rock or something like that, it'd be that. But on hip hop, I go, yeah. Might have a clap on the second one, just for emphasis. Yeah, so that's my hi-hat, and already you can see that we're getting even though we're building it up nicely, we're already, because this is only one bar. If you see there, it's broken into 4 sections with the green, dark green. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get 4 beats in a bar. We're getting very clustered already, and it's sounding very similar. So what we can do to counteract that is this here, this steps. It's saying we've got 16 steps here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that all the way to 64, which will give us 4 bars. Yeah. So I'll start again. So I'm going to wipe this pattern. So clear pattern. So it shouldn't have anything on anything. No, it doesn't. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run again, and I'm going to go put my kick in. You see here, you can have soft and hard. This is obviously, it says edit your accent, so this is how hard your drummer's playing the drums. Yeah. So I'm gonna go hard kicks and medium snare, because that snare's pretty wild as it stands. So do you see how we're getting a period of time in between where nothing's coming? That's because we're on 64. So that's my first bar. So if I now want to edit from steps 17 to 32, that's where I'm going to click. I'm going to move that up. So nice and simple. Again, all I'm doing is to select the channel, is clicking the select button. So again, I want to do 33 to 48. back similar to my first loop. One thing I've not done here is on my kicks, not put them hard. What I've done there, what it does, it adds variety, so I've purposely left them as it is. Yeah. So I'm going to edit this again. Steps 48. So again, just programming different beats. You can have a play with it. So by the time you get to 49 to 64, this is where your snare rolls and things will come in. But you could have it here. Just to add variety. So what I'm going to put in here, I'm going to put a nice little tom roll. So all I'm doing is selecting the dynamic, and choosing how I want to roll with it. So we get a nice little fill at the end of that. Yeah, so it's now sounding a little bit more like a proper beat, proper drum loop, yeah? But again, I've got to put my snare in on every second one, so my snare lands here. See how it adds just a little bit of extra, a little bit more texture to it. So again, you've got to bring these down every time. You've got to remember that we're working with steps, yeah? So our first 16 steps is here. So I've got my hi-hat done. So what I'm going to do, again, I'm just going to so I might not have any more hi-hats until the second lap. I'm going to go on the off. You see how it's building up, how we're working with it. So what I'm going to do is turn that down a little bit. On my second bar, which is 17 to 32, I'm going to put my ride there instead. And then we ride on this one instead as well. So you can even put a crash in. Yeah. So there you have it. You use your 64 steps. Hopefully that's shown you how to use different variety of not only instruments. So I used all of them instruments then. Got a little pattern going, using like a hip hop sort of beat. The different steps. So once this is up, you work 16, 32, 48 or 64. So once you've got them in, you can always work in 48. That's not 48, sorry. You can always work in 32, which is 2 bars. you got to make sure you switch things up from now and again, yeah? And make sure that there's variety within your drum loops. That drum loop doesn't sound like every drum loop, and because I've programmed it over 4 bars, it sounds a lot different than it would do if I programmed it over 1, yeah? So it's just a basic drum beat. That's just over 32. Obviously, if I put it up to 64, it'll play the whole pattern. So one last thing before I go, what we've got to learn how to do is, once I've put these in, because this is my own patch, because I loaded them in from scratch just by clicking the browse sample, we've got to learn how to save them. So if you just click on this save patch here, I can save this patch as my patch. Yeah. So I've saved it as my patch, it's come up as my patch. So if I opened another Redrum here, so create Redrum drum computer, so that's got the default disco kit in. If I pressed open there, I should be able to go to documents where I saved it, my patch, okay, and it's got all the same instruments as the one above. Okay, so that's what we learned: how to save your patch, how to use the steps, and how to do use the dynamics, and what the different how to select different tracks. Thanks for watching. In a bit.